Happy Monday, folks. Hey, thank you for joining me for episode 51 of Soapbox Daily. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Morgan, and thank you very much for joining me on this Monday. Yes, it is the beginning of another week. And yes, weekend is over again, unfortunately. Friday, we think we have all the time in the world. Before you know it, 2 days are over, and we're back to the old grind. Well, hey, here's Monday. It's going to be a good week. So what are we talking about today? Today, our topic is, ever help someone extremely and they just forget you? That is our topic today. Ever help someone extremely and they just forget you? Or maybe not always extremely, but at least a lot. That makes a big difference in their life. And before we get started into that, hey, how is your integrity today? Was a good weekend? Did you keep your integrity in check? Did you do the right thing? Did you be the positive change the world needs? Hey, that is up to you, but always you could make a better change in the world. Make it a better, more positive place. Set the example. Set the example for everybody else so they can make a positive change in their lives as well. Also, please check out getoffmysoapbox.com for more information on this show and all our podcasts, as well as all the links in the top and also the FAQ section. Check it all out. I'm just going to sum it up so I don't have to draw that out, but please check that out. And also on Twitter at @MadSoapbox. We'd love to hear back from you. So let's get into today's show. And I think we've all been here. I mean, I know I've been here a few times in my life. I've helped out people on different levels. And don't get me wrong, helping people without expecting a reward is a great idea. It is a very rewarding thing, but it's also nice to be recognized and appreciated. But it's frustrating at the same time when you go to the extra lengths of being that good person, having the bigger and better integrity, and just putting it out of yourself to aid somebody any way you can. And that's the thing. And something that comes to recent memory for me, which has always been a little bitter for me, and this is just one example I could think of, but there was this guy, Jeff, I work with, and he was a lonely, very homely guy. Nice guy, but just very awkward. And, you know, I've always people watched. I know how to deal with people. I know about relationships. And that's, of course, going to promote another one of my podcasts coming up. So stay tuned for that. Looking out for that. I'm going to be actually doing a relationship podcast. Not sure on the title, not sure on the format, but it's going to be all based around relationships. But let's get into this, because the only reason I bring that up is because I have success in relationships and I understand how they all work, and maybe it'll help out other people. So, you know, keep posted for that. But let's just go back to Jeff here. So Jeff, very homely guy, nice guy, just fun to be around, but just awkward. So, you know, I had just hit on my current relationship where I'm currently at, and I've had quite the dating experiences, up and down, different types, up and down scales, and blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, I knew how to deal with dates. I knew how to deal with people. I knew about that whole thing. So since I knew about all that stuff, I'm like, well, I saw Jeff was lonely. Jeff didn't have anybody at home. I believe at that point he was still living with his parents, and the guy was in his mid to late 20s, and he really had no success in the dating scene. But now he's at a position in his life where he's done some schooling and he's got a good job and he wants to move forward with his life. So you know what? I helped Jeff out. I helped him revamp a dating profile, advised him on what to deal with online and how to meet people in real life and how to start a conversation and the whole engagement process of getting to know somebody and dating and, you know, the pitfalls and what to look for, what not to look for. And I pretty much held Jeff's hand through the whole process of doing this. Well, with my tutorage and me teaching Jeff and helping Jeff along the way, he was actually able to successfully, very quickly, very rapidly get into the dating game again and actually find a woman that was his match. Really. And it was quick. I think it was his second date because of me helping him out, because of all my years of experiences and everything that I've been through. Now, you would think with the step-by-step I gave Jeff that he would recognize the fact that, hey, wow, this is all because my buddy here helped me out, namely me. And yeah. So, you know, being a caring person I am, and there are some of you out there that are the same, you know, the same way. We help people out. We're not expecting a reward. But, you know, a nice little thank you would be nice. Understandably, a nice little thank you for helping me out. Appreciate it. Or a little bit of acknowledgement. But you know what ended up happening? And I gave it some time because I figured, okay, Jeff is just in la la land because, you know, he's, you know, somebody's wanting to be with him and give him all that stuff that he's been missing. I can get pretty crude in some of the explanations, but you know, Jeff's getting some loving. He's getting some loving that he hasn't had ever, probably. And now he's on cloud nine. And I figured I'd get a little bit of time. Give him a few weeks, a few months. He'll get acknowledged and thank me. Thanks very much for helping me out. Nothing. The whole evolution of the thing is they ended up moving in together. They ended up getting married, and they're still together to this day. And this is years later. He still hasn't acknowledged it. I didn't even get an invite to the wedding. And I'm like, whoa, hang on for a second. I played Cupid here, and I didn't get even an invite or even a thank you. But you know what? That's the thing. It's frustrating, I agree. When we help out somebody, we go out of our way to give solid advice, solid understanding, and help people out as much as we can. And what I mean by extremely is because when you make a major change in somebody's life because you've helped them out, that's nice. It's a good feeling. You feel good about it. But a little bit of an acknowledgement that, hey, it was your strife that you went through, your years of learning, that you've actually helped somebody out with something so they don't have to go through all that pain. A little bit of acknowledgement is not a bad thing. So I guess my message for today is this: continue helping people out. Don't become bitter about helping people out. Even if you don't get an acknowledgement or feedback, I know it's frustrating, but the only way that we're going to change this world to make it a better place is if that we ourselves have the better level of integrity. If we have the integrity to always do the right thing, even if no one's watching. And you know what? If these other people fail to recognize that, that is their selfish and arrogant and ignorant nature. That's on them. But as us, being the ones that are helping, let's just be the better person. Let's keep helping. Don't be bitter. Keep helping, because the only way we're going to change things is if we continue helping others to be better and to make the world a better place. And as far as the other people go, even yourself, take an acknowledgement and look around and kind of remember where you've been in your life and whether or not you haven't actually thanked somebody for helping you along the way. You know, it's a nice little gesture. We're not expecting a whole lot, but at least acknowledge people when they help you out. All right, that's about it for today. Hey, happy Monday. I hope you have an amazing week going forward. I also hope you have an amazing day going forward, because Mondays are a little hard. A whole bunch of mess when the weekend comes in and you have to clean it up, and I understand that. So hang in there tight. Do what you can. I'm going to wrap it up for this Monday. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate you being here. Please check out our getoffmysoapbox.com. Also, share our episodes. Get the word out about us. Leave some reviews. I very much appreciate that. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Morgan. Love having you here. Starting my week off with you always makes it a good thing. And I will see you next episode.